YouTube takes the overall content of any video into account when deciding whether to monetize or demonetize them. Nonetheless, if a video contains copyrighted content, it may be demonetized without taking this into account. But will you get demonetized for using AI text-to-speech softwares in your video content? It is important to understand whether using AI text-to-speech software in videos may affect the monetization status of a faceless YouTube channel. I'm hoping that by the end of the video, you'll have a fair understanding of how AI text-to-speech influences the monetization status for your faceless channel. In this discussion, we will focus on YouTube's monetization policies as they relate to faceless YouTube channels. Specifically, we will examine the section titled, "What's Not Allowed to Monetize," which includes the following phrases: content that exclusively features readings of other materials you did not originally create, like text from websites or news feeds. Take note of the word exclusively. Songs modified to change the pitch or speed, but are otherwise identical to the original. Similar repetitive content, or mindless content with low educational value, commentary, or narrative. Templated, mass-produced, or programmatically generated content. Image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. YouTube also makes mention of repetitious content and reused content, as well as stating that the list is not exhaustive. Will your AI text-to-speech channel and videos be demonetized by YouTube? The answer is yes. YouTube will demonetize your AI text-to-speech channel or videos if your content falls partially or completely into any of these categories, in addition to having poor production quality. Let's try to resolve the argument in this brief video. Some YouTube content producers who used artificial intelligence tools to create voiceovers for their videos had their videos demonetized for repetitive content, plagiarism, and generic video content that was obvious to be generated by AI. They might only point the finger at the AI voiceover, not taking into account or being conscious of the other problems with their content. Here are some reasons why YouTube would demonetize some forms of AI-generated content. The first phrase, content that exclusively features readings of other materials you did not originally create, like text from websites or news feeds. You've probably seen some videos where a robotic voice reads out some text from websites like Reddit, Quora, Discord, or even news articles. Sometimes, these videos have unrelated visuals like gameplay or movie clips with little or no background music. You might have also seen some meme compilations with a robotic voiceover. All of these videos fall under a category of content that exclusively features readings of other materials that you did not create. Unfortunately, YouTube may hardly monetize these types of videos, so if your content looks similar to them, you may have a hard time getting into the YouTube Partner Program. Content that features a voiceover to read from a script produced by AI content writers can also fall under this category. The reason for this is the significant risk associated with using AI text generation tools. One of the major issues with these AI tools is that they are capable of plagiarizing content that has been published on other websites. This is because they often scrape the internet and compile information that is relevant to the topic at hand. Even the best AI text generators still rely on information scraped from the internet. However, they attempt to modify the content by paraphrasing certain words and making changes to the vocabulary used. Despite this, the content produced by AI text generators still tends to contain some degree of plagiarism. As such, it can be difficult to publish such content without being detected by Google and YouTube content detection systems. The second phrase, songs modified to change the pitch or speed, but are otherwise identical to the original. This second sentence, which already makes clear what it refers to, describes songs that have had their pitch or tempo changed but otherwise resemble the original. Copyright laws apply to these alterations, and there have been occasions where a song remix channel was demonetized for copyright infringement. It's possible to argue that transforming a song into a different form or genre adds value to the original work, but it's still unclear to me why some channels are permitted to monetize remixes but others are not permitted to upload original songs that have been remixed and monetize them. If you create content similar to those that fall into this category, you may be risking your channel monetization status if you want to apply for or remain in the YouTube Partner Program. The third phrase, similar repetitive content, or mindless content with low educational value, commentary, or narrative. Video content that includes blogs, entertainment, gaming compilations, nature sounds, and relaxing sound compilations that run for several hours all fall under this category. Also, if you upload a bunch of videos and they're the same type of content with very little difference from each other, there's a very good chance that you're going to be caught and also demonetized. Additionally, you may have stumbled upon YouTube channels that produce generic content on a specific topic, which may have left you feeling regretful about wasting your time on their content. It is important for Faceless YouTube channel creators to be aware that YouTube has a wealth of data points to track the audience's engagement with any piece of content on their platform. They can also monitor a viewer's satisfaction and dissatisfaction with a particular video. If the content of your YouTube videos lacks substance and value, it is highly likely that you will not receive any revenue from the platform. YouTube generally determines this based on the benefit that viewers can derive from your content. If your videos do not provide any meaningful value to your audience, it may be pointless to keep them on YouTube or attempt to monetize them. Another form of YouTube content that fits this description includes channels that compile royalty-free background music for studying or working, as well as rain videos featuring white noise, nature sounds, or other soundscapes along with repeating visuals. These types of channels are very difficult to monetize, and even if they're eventually monetized, they also have a huge risk of being demonetized after some weeks or months. However, if your videos feature background music alongside guiding text and graphics that enable viewers to understand the content being presented, you may have a better chance of earning revenue through monetization. For example, a tutorial video that features no voiceover but includes helpful overlays such as arrows, zoom, pan, and scale. The fourth phrase, templated, mass-produced, or programmatically generated content. I want you to really understand what this particular phrase implies. There are various software tools available that allow individuals to generate visual content by simply inputting text prompts. This category includes AI voiceover software and video creation tools, among others. Nevertheless, it is important to note that if you use these tools to assist in conveying information through your content, and not as the main content, YouTube may monetize your video. On the other hand, if your video content appears to have been entirely produced by an AI software, with minimal involvement from a human being, YouTube is likely going to demonetize it. The term templated refers to video content that follows a specific computer sequence and lacks any distinct style or variations. Even for human viewers, this type of content is easily recognizable, and it is even more so for AI systems, which are very good at identifying patterns. Typically, templated content has little to no educational value. As mentioned previously, AI-generated voiceovers fall into this category. However, if they are used to help viewers understand the content, the video as a whole is not classified as programmatically generated content since it provides educational value or some other benefit to the audience. The fifth phrase, image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. You've probably come across content like these. The use of image slideshows with background music and pictures is a common form of content creation. While some of these types of content can be entertaining, YouTube generally categorizes them as reused or repetitious content. This is because many creators simply grab images and stitch them into a video without creating original content, nor providing any commentary. I know about some of these types of channels that are monetized, but I also know about so many others that are not monetized. While there are some channels that feature this type of content and have monetized their content with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, there are many others that have not. As a content creator, it is advisable to avoid producing this type of content to remain on the safer side. If you choose to create content in a similar style, consider adding value by making comments on the slideshow images as they scroll through. To summarize, if your intention for including AI-generated voice-over or text-to-speech in your videos is to aid the audience in comprehending the video's message, to entertain them, or to enhance the audio experience, you are very likely to receive monetization for your content. YouTube evaluates the entirety of the video content before determining whether to monetize or demonetize it. However, if your video content contains copyrighted material, it may be flagged and demonetized without considering the overall content. This video that has appeared on the screen shows you a list of the best AI text-to-speech software that you can use to monetize your YouTube videos. Also, the second video down below offers step-by-step directions if you're interested in learning how to generate content using AI tools. I appreciate your attention. Thanks for watching.